for a few minutes. I know that my good friend Aaron over at 2530 Media is going to be going live here in just a little bit. I will end whenever he jumps on there and pops in, but just wanted to say hi, update you all on a couple of things, let you know what was going on with the channel. I was able to get Mint Mobile activated for this TCL NXTPAPER. I've had some questions on where you can purchase this. And again, as I mentioned in my initial unboxing, this particular version of the NXTPAPER 60 Ultra is not available in the US market. It works with some US carriers, which is why Mint Mobile is working. I mean, I have a number that I've installed on here just for some testing purposes, but it's not going to be something I use long term. It doesn't work with the Xfinity network, which is Verizon, but they have told me at TCL that they will be coming out with a different version that they're going to market to North America. So just so you all know that, but did want to update you and let you know that this is available. And speaking of Aaron, there he is. Hey, Aaron, welcome. I'm not going to steal your thunder, my friend. I will hop off of here in just a couple of minutes and try to catch at least the beginning of your live stream. And what I can't catch, I will catch on the replay. But looking forward to that. Really have enjoyed your live streams you've been doing. I think they're a lot of fun. And, looking forward to seeing what you got going on. But I was just talking with everybody and telling them that I had the NXTPAPER working as far as up and running on Mint Mobile. So I was able to get it activated on there, and so far signal strength looks good. I'm testing out the messaging apps and doing some other things with it. I'll test out data. I got the unlimited data plan for a promotion they were running. So we'll see how it works as an actual phone. The biggest issue is it's not for sale here. For those of you who watch me internationally, and I know some people do, this phone is available in the UK, and they are, I put an affiliate link in my last video, and I'll drop it down in this video too, the affiliate link for the UK store. So you can purchase this internationally. You just can't buy it here in the States because it's not accessible on all carriers. And he says, saw that. How is it as a phone? I haven't called anybody on it yet. I will. I jokingly sent Melissa a text earlier when I got it activated. I said, I told her I loved her from my not so secret phone, because, you hear the stories of people with multiple phones and, hidden phone numbers and secret phone numbers. I don't have any of that. My wife knows everything. So anyway, from a texting standpoint, it works really good. I actually really was enjoying just playing with it with the different ink modes that they call them and paper modes. Again, it's not e-ink, but it does a really good job. I've noticed a huge difference when I look at my Samsung phone in grayscale, which it does have a sleep mode, and you can put it into grayscale. And it looks fine. It looks good, but this does look different. I mean, I don't know what they're doing exactly with the way they've got it set up to make it mimic in some ways an e-ink experience. It's still not 100%. Obviously, it's an LCD, an LCD phone, but at the same time, it has a different look and feel than a traditional grayscale. So I don't know how to explain that. And as I go through and I do the full review and figure out first of all, how to film that correctly, so I'm not getting that washout on my camera, because with my setup, my camera is kind of at a fixed height. So I'm going to have to figure out the best way, maybe shoot the footage with my Samsung phone at a different angle and see if I can do that to make it work. So we'll see. But curious, what other questions do you all have? Things about e-ink, things about this, things about Riverside. Just so you all know, I'm going to make a video about Riverside because that's what I'm using to do this live stream. And I'm going to make a video talking about that. And I do have an affiliate link with them now. I did purchase the product and also have a discount code that you can get a month off if you buy the annual plan, any of their annual plans. So I'll drop that down in the description of this video, but also do a dedicated video on why I decided to finally pay for this product and kind of the reasoning behind that. Still a huge fan of OBS, still use it for things that I haven't figured out how to make this platform do yet. But at the same time, when it comes to live streaming, before I was having to bootstrap this and having to bootstrap Video Ninja and then Social Stream Ninja and just a lot of different things to make popping up people's comments and live streaming multiple guests. All of that was very difficult to do and a lot of manual process. And I just got to the point where I'm like, I'm spending, several hours the day before an E-Team stream or the day before a live stream, just trying to make sure that the thing will work. And then you aren't sure it's going to. And then once you add in the video editing pieces that you have and the automatic clip generation, just a lot of things Riverside does to really help you with the way that just creating content. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. They have a great support community. They do a lot of videos on how-tos and how to create with this platform. It's pretty interesting. And a lot of the people I follow who do live streaming a lot more than I do are using this tool and really talking, a lot of good things about it. So I will definitely show it and talk about it more in a future video. But, seriously, pop in, ask questions, ask me different things. I don't, again, want to keep anybody from watching Aaron, so I won't be on very long. But I am happy to talk about whatever you'd like in these next couple of minutes. So anything you have, you just pop in. Testing a lot of products, excuse me, testing several different e-ink things. As you all know, have more things coming regarding the books products, everything from the Note Max to the Note Air 5C to the Palma. And now I'm really hoping, since I've got this Mint Mobile card active on here, that I can also put this SIM card into the Palma and test out their data functions. Again, want to give these devices the best representation I can, just to be fair. I think that, to me, there is no formal agreement or even informal agreement really between me and these companies. They send me the devices, they ask for my honest feedback, and that's what I give them. But I also do believe if they're going to send me a free device, that I should give it a fair hearing, which means I should try to at least evaluate the potential of the device. And if I get to the point where I don't feel like I can do that, then I end that relationship. And so that's what I've done in the past with different companies, or not even start a relationship in some cases, which includes right now with iFlyTech. I'm hoping that they might come around and want honest and unbiased, unsponsored feedback. But if they don't, that's fine. Plenty of other people are getting their hands on that device. And I think that that's good. The more we can get people with that device in their hands who are not being paid for that, the better. Let's see here. Who sent this? Aaron said, oh, wrong thing. Yeah, well, there it is. So Aaron says, did you ever get the iFlyTech tablet? No. They sent me the iFlyTech, what is it? AI Paper Air or AI Note Air. That's what it was called. And I didn't even take it out of the box. Emailed them immediately, told them not really interested in this form factor with this device. I am thinking about revisiting the Nomad, which I've told several of you before, because being in the Supernote ecosystem and with the new improvements to the digest, I'm thinking about revisiting that to take a look at how it can be used in tandem. But as far as other small devices, really readers would be all I'd be interested in that size format. The Palma I got because it's phone-like, and so I wanted to test that out and the writing capabilities just to see what they are. But it wasn't necessarily because I want a writer, a note taker that small. It's one reason that I haven't ever approached Remarkable. I don't think I'm big enough, quite frankly, either for them. I don't think they would send me something, and I'm just not interested in purchasing that device to evaluate it. I just don't see it as being something useful for me. For a lot of people, Aaron especially in the chat, the Move and the Remarkable Paper Pro, he absolutely loves them, and I would definitely suggest you watch his content on those. He talks a lot about the Move and gives some really compelling use cases as to how it can be used as an effective note taker. Just for me, for the limited tool set and the flashing and the form factor, it's not my thing. And I and it's high priced for that, in my opinion, on it. Um, and so Robert Perkins popped in. How are you, Robert? Great to see you. We're just talking small updates. Talked about I got this NXTPAPER 60 Ultra by TCL. I got my SIM card from Mint Mobile to get that connected. It doesn't work on all US carriers. It's not for sale in the US, although they will be bringing a version to market here. But I am going to try and do my best to test it both as a phone and as a note-taking device, because the screen is actually, and I confirmed this with Aaron, the screen on this is the same size as the Remarkable Paper Pro Move. So even though it's a smaller device footprint-wise, not thinner by any stretch, but definitely it's it's the same screen real estate. So it'll be interesting to see how the writing surface on this works with that matte texture and with whether or not their ink modes, they call them. Again, it's not e-ink, but they're trying to mimic that and how that functions and whether it changes my habits with the way I use this phone versus my Samsung phone. Now, I won't keep this as my daily driver phone primarily because it won't work on my home network or not my home network, my cell network. So I'll still keep my Samsung until they release something. Robert says, I'm good. Nice to be here. Yeah, it's great to have you here. And for those of you who haven't been here before, go ahead, hit the like button, hit subscribe down below. You'll get notified whenever I go live. You'll also get notified for new videos. Again, a lot of things coming out. Working on the Note Air 5C review, also working on a huge blog post on a Supernote kind of wish list of what I would like to see Supernote do, where they have been, where they're at, and where they are to hopefully go, and what I'd like to see happen there. And then also, I'm going to sometime between now and the end of the year, we're going to finish the organization course. We're going to finish, I'm going to do a long-term review of both the Supernote A5X again. I'm going to go back and look at that in the context of all of the updates that have been made, but also a 1-year anniversary review of the Manta, because the Manta is currently my go-to device. Has been since I got it. It replaced my A5X. But I still love the A5X, and it's still a viable device over 4.5 years later. Aaron, yeah, I'm not going to tell you. No, I don't know that there is a main one. I have a set of specific things that I think they could do to make them hands down the best platform out there. And I think that they're small. Some of them are very small things they could do, and other things are a little bit more ambitious. And I think they're already in process of doing. They've talked about redoing their calendar app. If they can add, and this is a small thing, but it's something they launched with and then backed off on, if they could have both creation date and last access date on calendar or on notes that would show you in the calendar, that would be phenomenal. Right now, it doesn't do that. It's only creation date. They launched with only last access date, which was just as much of a pain point for me. I'd actually rather have creation date than last access date, because at least then I know if I create it today, 2 weeks from now, if I go back to today, I'll be able to find that note. What would be nice, and what I think that they're in the process of reimagining that calendar, would be if I could see it in both places. So if I have a meeting note that I reuse multiple times, I could open that note in the same day, a different date, and then have all of those shown. And WeWoods does this. Um, a lot of platforms will do that in different ways. Books does that in their calendar app. The problem with Books is they don't allow you to tie to Google or to Microsoft, and that's a friction point for me. I like the fact that Supernote's calendar syncs to Google and to Microsoft. The second small thing that they could change is to allow multiple calendar views. WeWords launched that, and it was a hot mess to begin with, but then they fixed it to where you could filter. So I had all of my calendars coming in all at once, all these duplicates. It was awful. But then they turned on so that you could filter. And so I would just filter the two calendars I wanted to show. If Supernote allowed you to do that, quite frankly, between their notes showing up in that note pane, being able to create a note directly from the calendar, and being able to write on the daily view, I think their calendar would be hands down the best out there. Um, if they would show you, recent documents, that would be great too, but I don't need that as much as I need the notes. So for me, and again, my wish list isn't going to be everybody's wish list. I think they do so many things well right now that anything I'm asking for is a value add. It for me, I don't need it to do anything more than it already does. And I think that's what a testament to how purposefully I bought the device, because I bought it based on what I needed. So anything they add is kind of icing on the cake. And that's the way I view it. But I'm hoping that by throwing these things out there, that they'll, take stock and take heed. And I've written a lot and I've talked a lot about the Supernote devices over the last, almost 3 years that I've been doing this, but the 4 years plus that I've owned the device. And, the big thing is they always seem to make intentional decisions. And I'm hoping they continue to do that. So that's my take on it. My wish list, again, isn't going to be everybody's, but I think if they take it like they always have in the um, and take it as constructive critical advice, I think you might see some really cool things come out of that platform. And then my other big thing is they need an A4 device. They need to release that. And I know that they probably, they wait a long time to release devices because they solve and go at things from a different engineering standpoint than a lot of other device companies do. The Manta, whether you love it or you hate it, is unique. The Nomad, whether you love it or you hate it, is unique. It's not cookie cutter. Books, great devices, beautiful devices, but they're all pretty much made the same way. They haven't changed their design language, and their designs aren't bad, but they're not unique in the way that they're built. They're unibody construction, they're metal and glass, and that's what they are. And that's okay. But the idea is that Supernote is taking that intentional design, and Remarkable does the same thing. Whether you love Remarkable or hate Remarkable, whether no matter what your view is, you have to agree they're unique. There's nothing else like a Remarkable tablet from a design perspective. Now, the Remarkable One, very similar to the Supernote. Supernote very similar to their early A5 and A5X, similar to the Sony DPT and the Quadernos. But their newest devices in both of those companies' lines are completely unique and do not look like anybody else. They're not copying, they're not mimicking, they're not trying to be someone else or trying to just improve on another design. They're starting from scratch in a lot of ways and giving you a unique experience. But yeah, great question, Aaron. That's a little sneak peek of what I'm writing. It's taking me a while because I'm pulling in my old blogs and, kind of linking those and using Obsidian for the way it's meant to be used, and also linking out to different posts and different things on Reddit. So it's really important to me to be very clear about why I'm evaluating this wish list the way I am. And I'm not rehashing everything I've said in another post. But all right, everyone. Well, I'm going to hop off here because I know that 2530 Media and Aaron are getting ready to go live on their site. Please, please, please go over there. Check Aaron out. He's a good friend. He's extremely knowledgeable. He does great things, and I really enjoy his videos. And look down the description, probably not right away, but sometime tonight or tomorrow, and I'll link in my affiliate links to Riverside. I'll link in the UK links to the NXTPAPER, the NXTPAPER 60 Ultra, and also just kind of pretty up and tidy up this description for what we talked about tonight. But until next time, everybody, thank you for being here. Please help like, subscribe. We're over 3,500 subscribers. I'd love to hit 4,000 by the end of the year. But until next time, keep on moving forward, and I will talk to you soon. Bye now.